entries for our first heat of the afternoon. On the rail, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, It's All About Me. Out of the Graceland stables, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Christian Truin. With the number 2 saddle pad, it's Simsville Hard Times. Out of the Simsville stables, being driven this afternoon by Mr. Ryan Burrows. And on the outside, it's Real Patrol with the number 3 saddle pad, owned by Jason and Ashley Penniston, being driven this afternoon by Miss Andrea Westerfield. Our star car has collected our 3 entries for our first heat of the afternoon. 3 ponies up and out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And it is the rail pony It's All About Me leading Simsville Hard Times and Real Patrol on the first turn as they line up quite smartly going across us here. Beautiful day at the track, sunshine, blue skies. Welcome everybody, season's greetings as they head around the paddock turn and down the backstretch they go. First heat, It's All About Me out in front just by about a quarter now, being chased down by Simsville Hard Times and Real Patrol, who takes the people on the outside as they go around the Hang'em turn. Out of the Simsville turn, they come one more time. It's All About Me still out in front, trying to stretch that lead now to about a half a length over Simsville Hard Times, with Real Patrol still trailing the field, but pushing the issue as they head into paddock turn and down the backstretch for the final time in this heat. It's All About Me out in front by 3/4 now and growing as he wakes the mount up. Simsville Hard Time now being woken up with Real Patrol still trailing the field. Out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch they come. It looks as though they will finish as they started. It's All About Me with Simsville Hard Times and Real Patrol. And here come our entries for heat number 2 of the afternoon. Out in front, sporting the number 1 saddle pad, Something Royal, owned by Mr. Edward Roke, being driven this afternoon by Miss Andrea Westerfield. With the number 2 saddle pad, Who's That? Owned by the Simsville stables and being driven today by Mr. Dylan De Silva. Sporting the number 3 saddle pad, Rock On, out of the Hang'em stables, being driven today by Mr. Kelsey Dorm. And on the outside, sporting the number 4 saddle pad, Catch Me If You Can, owned by the Burrows family and being driven today by Mr. Maurice Rayner. This is for the 110-1 to 112-1 division time bar for the first 2 ponies, and 112-2 and slower for the other 2 on the outside. Combined heat here. Our star car now pulling away from our 4 entries. 4 ponies up and 4 ponies out. A staggered start. It's expected 2 heats in 1. Out of the first turn they come. It is Something Royal, setting the pace now out in front by 1.5 full lengths already over Who's That? Rock On in the number 3 hole right up behind, off by a half, with Catch Me If You Can off by 5 or 6 or 8 already as they blaze down the backstretch, all spread out. Something Royal leading the pack, with Who's That hot on his heels, off by about 3/4. Rock On still there in the mix as they come out of the 4th turn. Catch Me If You Can still off the mark, off by about 8, chasing the field. Into paddock turn and down the backstretch go the front runners. Something Royal still out in front, but has some company as Who's That has closed the gap. Rock On still there in the mix as well. Now Something Royal being woken up again by Andrea to open the gap up a bit more as they come out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch. And this lot will finish as they started as well. It is Something Royal with Who's That? Rock On. And here comes Catch Me If You Can to close out the field. And here come our entries for heat number 3 of the afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to give this young lady a round of applause. Miss Kayla Caldwell. This is her first rail, and she's leading the pack out. She's a lone rookie this season, and she has been deemed clear by all the judges that have looked at her racing so far. So she can get a rail, and she can go anywhere she wants, and she's proved herself. And in the meantime, that is, stay tuned with the number 1 saddle pad out of the Tanglewood stables, being driven this afternoon by our little lady, Miss Kayla Caldwell. With the number 2 saddle pad is Golden Glory. Golden Glory out of the Taco Bay Farm and being driven today by Mr. Kaiwan Waldron. And on the outside, sporting the number 3 saddle pad, This Baby Rocks, giving Mr. Christian Truin a bit of a handful already. Didn't want to turn her on. This pony is out of the Tanglewood stables and being driven today by Mr. Christian Truin. This is for the 107-2 to 110 Division time bar. Star Car has now collected our 3 entries for this heat number 3 of the afternoon. 3 ponies up and 3 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And it is that rail pony, Miss Kayla Caldwell, with Stay Tuned, picking them up and putting them down. She's the pace setter up over Golden Glory, with This Baby Rocks pushing the whole field along as they go across us here on Spectator's turn. Into paddock turn, and down the backstretch they go. Stay Tuned, trying to stretch it out now. She's grown herself a half a length lead over Golden Glory. Back another 3/4 lengths to This Baby Rocks as they head around the Hingham High turn. Our youngsters turning it up here at the track as they come out of the Simsfield turn. It's Stay Tuned, still rocking and rolling out in front, being pushed along now by Golden Glory. Back a length is This Baby Rock, still trailing the field. Still running 1, 2, and 3 as they started, as they head around paddock turn and down the backstretch for the final time of this heat. Stay Tuned, still out in front. Golden Glory still pushing the issue with This Baby Rock still off by 1 as they head around the Hingham High turn. Kayla Caldwell with Stay Tuned, trying to hold off Golden Glory with Kybon Walton in the back. Out of the 4th turn and down the home stretch they come. It's Stay Tuned on the inside, Golden Glory on the outside. Stay Tuned by a neck over Golden Glory with This Baby Rocks. Congratulations, young lady. These are entries for heat number 4 of the afternoon. Out in front on the rail this time is Inwood's Progress, putting the number 1 saddle pad out of the Inwood stables, of course, being driven today by Miss Candice Martins. With the number 2 saddle pad, Big Mean Machine, also out of the Inwood stables, being driven today by Mr. Nicholas DeCosta. With the number 3 saddle pad, it's Inwood's Generation, owned by the Truin family, being driven today by Mr. Casey Truin. And on the outside, sporting the number 4 saddle pad, Park Ranger, owned and driven today by Mr. Edward Roke. This is for the 106-1 to 107-1 division time bar. Star Car has now collected all 4 of our entries for this heat. Number 4 of the afternoon, 4 ponies up and 4 ponies out. Let's sort them out as they come out of the first turn. And it is the rail pony Inwood's Progress, picking them up and putting them down. A little lady, she was a rookie last year, Miss Candice Martins. She's out here doing her thing out in front of Big Mean Machine with Inwood's Generation tucked in the number 3 hole. Park Ranger trailing the field. Around paddock turn, down the backstretch they go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Indian file as they head into the Hingham High turn. It's Inwood's Progress leading the pack, being pressured now by Big Mean Machine as they come out of the Simsfield turn. They're all bunched up. Inwood's Generation right there in the mix. Park Ranger pushing the issue from behind. But it's Miss Candice Martins with Inwood's Generation trying to hold off Big Mean Machine as they go across us there one more time on Spectator's turn. Around paddock turn, down the backstretch they go. It's Inwood's Progress trying to hold off Big Mean Machine. Inwood's Generation dropping off now, being made upon by Park Ranger as they go around the Hingham High turn. But out in front, Inwood's Progress coming out of the 4th turn, rocking and rolling home. Let's bring the young lady home. She's trying to hold off Big Mean Machine, and she does it. It is Inwood's Progress over Big Mean Machine with Park Ranger and Inwood's Generation.